Good morning to all. So today we are going to discuss cell potentials and Gibbs energy changes for cell reactions. When cell operates, during the course of operation, no doubt electrical work is said to have done by that cell. Now, electrical work in galvanic cell, remember, electrical work in galvanic cell is a product of electricity passed and cell potential. Thus it can be given as electrical work done is equal to NFE of cell. So where NF is electricity passed in coulombs and E of cell is nothing but cell potential, and this is supposed to be 1. Now remember, if cell work in reversible manner, then electrical work done is said to be maximum. So when a cell is said to be reversible, if potential of cell differ by the external potential by infinitesimal amount, if we increase external potential infinitesimally, then cell reaction should be reversed. In that case, that cell is said to be working in reversible manner. And remember, if a cell reaction is reversible, then the electrical work done is said to have in maximum extent, maximum work is said to have done. Now again, very important thing is reversible work done and Gibbs energy change. We know very well, reversible work done and Gibbs energy change are related as, this is supposed to be 2. We know that in a spontaneous reaction, Gibbs energy change recorded is negative. So when we compare equation 1 and 2, from equation 1 and 2, one can give minus delta G is equal to NFE of cell, that is potential of cell. This can be further given as delta G is equal to minus NFE of cell. And when conditions are standard, then Gibbs energy change is said to be standard Gibbs energy change, and potential of cell recorded will be the standard potential of cell. Thus, at standard conditions, this can be given as delta G naught is equal to minus NF E naught of cell. That is standard Gibbs energy change is equal to what? The minus NF E naught of cell, that is standard potential of cell. Now very important thing is, consider this equation. So E of cell, that is potential, is equal to what? Minus delta G upon NF. So if we multiply the entire equation by any, suppose if we multiply this by 2 on both sides, then twice of delta G is equal to twice minus twice NF E of cell, and we are calculating E of cell, so twice of delta G upon twice of NF minus, so 2 get cancelled, and what remains? Delta G upon minus delta G upon NF. We can multiply with any number and that doesn't matter to the ratio. I mean E of cell always come minus delta G upon NF. What this indicates? This indicates that the potential of cell is intensive property. So that is to be noted. So what is intensive property? Property which is independent of the amount of matter present in the system is known as intensive property. And always remember what the potential of cell or cell potential is intensive. Now standard potential, standard cell potential and equilibrium constant. Standard cell potential and equilibrium constant. We need to see the relationship between these two. Now we have recently we worked on the standard Gibbs energy change, and there comes delta G naught is equal to minus NF E naught of cell, and this is supposed to be 1. And we know the relationship between what? Relation between what? Delta G naught and K equilibrium is. So this relation is what? Delta G naught is equal to minus RT ln K. This is supposed to be 2. So when we compare these two, I mean from equation 1 and equation 2. So by comparing these two, one can write minus NF E naught of cell is equal to minus RT ln K. So this can be further given as E naught of cell is equal to RT upon NF ln K. Now further this can be given as E naught of cell is equal to 2.303 RT upon NF log base 10 K. Now we know very well that at 25 degrees Celsius 2.303 RT upon F is equal to 0.0592. Thus E naught of cell becomes it equal to 0.0592 upon N log base 10 K. Thus this is the relationship between standard cell potential and equilibrium constant. Thank you very much.